Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 82, NASDAQ down 22, S&P's up 2.5, gold contract down $1.20, trading at $1,694 an ounce. Silver up 14 cents at $32.88 an ounce. Platinum down $3.75 at $1,582 an ounce. Copper up 2 pennies at $3.67 a pound. Light sweet crude off 67 cents, trading out at $87.84 a barrel. Bonds flat at 150.06. King dollar up 17 ticks at 79.80. Euros off 23 at 130, and the yen's trading up 51, getting weaker at 82.40. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do we have? Okay. Cash market S&P out here, folks, had some nice volatility out here today. We got to a low of 1398, hit a high of 1450. You're closing out here at about the 1410. Now, we did 755 million shares. That high that was generated on Monday morning wants to get tested. That high on the cash S&P is the 1423. I suspect we're going to get that tested in the next couple of days. Now, if we go over to the Dow Industrials, and there's a lot of action out here today, folks. So what we did with the Dow today is this. Dow gets up to the 13,089. That was testing the Monday high of 13,087. Now, what we did is this. We did that test with 758 million versus 657. So that's saying, hey, it's going to go test it again. Now, NASDAQ, composite, oh baby, intense. So, NASDAQ composite down $22. We did 1.7 billion. NASDAQ composite, you know, even, we're going to talk about Apple a little bit. Apple has been toasted and roasted today big time. But the composite also at least wants to get into the low of the high of Monday. It's going to be tough for it to get up to that level. But I expect what you're going to see, we're at 29.73. It's going to try to run to that 29.99, and it very well could go test the highs. I don't expect these highs to be broken, but I want to test them again. Now, inside the NASDAQ, Apple, folks, you talk about volume coming out of the equity once again, big time. Apple down $37. We did 36 million shares. It's going after this B point. Now, the B point on Apple is 505. You know, came down, straight down 200 points. And you got to remember something. ABC structures, A to B is a straight line move. C to D is a straight line move. So this thing's not going to stop. This thing's going to be into the low bar tomorrow morning, which is, well, we're right next to it. It's only $8 down. For Apple, that's nothing. The expansion in Apple was dramatic. There's no doubt about it. You know, we had hit highs on the counter trend bounce 2 days ago at 13 million and down with 36 million today. Big, big number. Okay, let's get over to gold, because what you have with gold is this. The gold stocks have been leading the whole baby down, folks, okay? Commodities, big time, downtown. The gold contract today, we did 142,000 contracts. We are at a price point right now of $1,694. The swing point on this is 1677 rather. This baby's going to go after it, I suspect. Now, what you have happened in the gold market is this. Fridays are big volatile days. I suspect tomorrow or the next day we're going to go after this B point. We'll see whether we get volume to take it out. If we take it out with volume, you're going to have a 1625 gold contract. Now, that's only a one-to-one structure also, by the way, folks. If we go to the GLD and you want to see the correlation inside the GLD, what the GLD did today is this. We are at 164.12. The swing point is 162.30. The volume correlation down at that swing is 14 million. We only did 10 today, but we're not at the swing yet. That's the bottom line. We'll see what happens when we get down to that swing. I can tell you a couple of large caps out here inside the gold, they want to go a lot lower. Newmont's one of them. You know, Newmont's going straight down from 55 bucks, well, from $58. You're at 43. That's going after the lows that were established in July of 42. And we'll see whether we get a lot more volume when we get down to that price point. Freeport-McMoRan. Now, if you want, oh, this is a trip, folks, no doubt. So, Freeport-McMoRan down $6 today. Freeport-McMoRan spending $9 billion. Now, they plan on being Freeport-McMoRan is the largest gold company, largest copper company in the world. What they did out here this morning, they're going to spend $9 billion, and they're going to buy Great Plains, which is a exploration production company, and McRowan Exploration for $9 billion. Bottom line, $9 billion. Big dollars. So what does it do with Freeport-McMoRan? Freeport-McMoRan blows downtown $6. Has 153 million shares traded. Now, this is a classic that, you know, if you understand how time in the trade works, you wait until you come back to the pullout area, the breakout area. So what we had is this Freeport-McMoRan. What did it do? It had a sign of strength going back to June 7th, had a gap there. That sign of strength started at the $37 point. The gap was at 33, 34. What does it do? It starts pulling back. Forget it. This is not a buy now. It's not even close. What Freeport-McMoRan is going to do now, she's going to make her way all the way down to the $28 swing point that was generated in 2011. And we'll see. At this particular point, folks, that's still not a buy because you are thundering down there with way too much volume. And this is what you have here, no doubt, is all about buying earnings. They're buying numbers. That's what they're doing. Now, what you're going to see with Freeport-McMoRan is this. The high of the low volume buy of 2008 is $27.80. If we get into that bar, oh, baby, this is going to be a good indication of where many of these commodities are going to go. You know, so we'll see what happens once we get into that level. TIBCO, TIBX, and if you want to see something when you talk about high volume highs or high volume lows, folks, and how markets love to trade into them, TIBCO Software, the low is $18.95. The high is $34. If you happen to be watching Tiger TV, you just got to check this out because this is about as intense as you can get. And if you're not, just when you're coming home tonight, go check it out. You're going to see that there was a high volume low that was sticking out like a sore thumb. This is pretty sick, too. So this was all the way back to December 21st, folks. And at high volume low, that low was $20.04. Bottom line, you had 12 million shares there. We went from $12, and the thing went up like 200%. $33, yeah, okay? Well, guess what? We're right back there. And the way that you have to deal with these folks is that if you're in an equity that has a high volume low, and, you know, great, I mean, you can run it up, but bottom line, when that equity turns, man, you better get out of the way, because that's where that's going. These are like magnets. Now, TIBCO is in big trouble. TIBCO right now looks like it's going to get out at $12.51. Why? Because you've been in consolidation since 2011, and what's sticking out like a sore thumb is 2010. In fact, let me bring it back in a monthly. It's probably worse than that. So in a monthly, the monthly's not bad. So 104 million. Oh, yeah, no, the monthly is bad. So check this out. We're only, 5 days into the month? We've already done 26 million, and it's going into 104. So bottom line is that, yeah, this is a $12 stock. That's where it's going. Big numbers. Bonds. Let's go over and we take a look at the bond market out here. So what bonds did out here, they were flat out here today, USH3. And so we had with bonds are trading at 150.06. That swing point up there, folks, of the 150-110 that wants to get hit. We'll see whether we get enough juice on the way up. If, in fact, we do, if we get enough volume behind that move, you're going to be talking about a 152 bond. You're going to be talking about a 154 bond. Longer term, it looks to me that in the cards out here, we get a 161 bond. The Apple deal, folks, what you do have with Apple, by the way, okay, is this. The fast acceleration down today, so inside the NDX 100, let me show you just the correlation because it's so heavy. inside the Index 100, Apple itself was taking 6 points off the Index 100. We're 30 off. Sears was down big. Netflix was down. Altera was down. Big problems out there. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.